Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Discriminating Gamer. Say, has anybody seen my Gone in 60 Seconds DVD? It was here a minute ago. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to go ahead and take a look at Bretwalda, Vanished Kingdoms from Phalanx. Bretwalda, Vanished Kingdoms, is an expansion for your game of Bretwalda. Now, I'm not going to get into the weeds about what this expansion does. I'm just going to tell you the very basics of what it brings to the game and tell you what I think. Now, this expansion comes with all sorts of new figures, new cards, some new tokens, all sorts of goodies, so let's jump into it. Now, the first thing that this expansion brings is 4 new NPC kingdoms, the Vanished Kingdoms. These are minor kingdoms. These will be vassals to the players in the game. Now, in the first round, the Pretender will, of course, decide the direction of play, and the last player in turn order will get to decide which minor kingdom he wants to have be his vassal. So he will take his minor kingdom card. And then going in reverse order, then every player will take that. Now, in subsequent turns, in subsequent rounds, once you figure out who has the most Daleks, you're going to go in reverse order from that. Whoever has the least amount of Daleks will be able to decide which kingdom they want. And so the minor kingdoms, these NPCs, are going to kind of change hands over the course of the game. But essentially, you can use these vassals to... essentially what they control, you control. So as they move into different territories, you can control those territories. If they gain certain items, you can gain them. They're really there to kind of extend your own abilities in the course of the game. And critically, every player, as I say, will be able to choose the different minor kingdoms from round to round, so it kind of mixes it up. And this is thrown into the mix when you're also dealing with the Danes from the base game, and you're dealing with the neutrals from the base game. It's just kind of one more factor that you have to consider. Now, critically, this expansion also introduces a new unit to all the kingdom players, and that is the Hunter. The Hunter occupies a space just above the peasants, the serfs, the Carls, I think they're called. The Hunter occupies that space. Now, what is cool about the Hunter is it has a ranged attack. The Hunter can actually fire into the locations next to them on its turn. Now, there's a few other bells and whistles here. You have some new season cards, which can add new tokens to the board as well. And there are some different ways that your standard actions will interact with these new minor kingdoms. So that is basically what you're getting with this new expansion to Bretwalda. We'll get back to the review in just a moment. I want to take a minute to ask you to check out my other channel, that is Cody Carlson, PhD, where we talk about history, books on history, military history. I even post some of my lectures for my classes on there. Please check that out. Please subscribe to that channel. And now, back to the review. So I'm a big fan of Bretwalda. I think it is just a fantastic dudes on a map game. I've really, really enjoyed it. I played several games now with my friends. I haven't won it yet. I think Ray has pretty much won all of our games or most of our games. Ray's really on the ball with this one. But yeah, I still enjoy it. And again, that's a mark of a good game, even when you're losing and you're still having fun, right? But this is just really outstanding. My friends and I have had a ball with Bretwalda, and this particular expansion I thought was a lot of fun too. Again, it brings just another layer here to it doesn't make the game any more complex, but it brings kind of another layer to the things you have to consider when you are trying to pursue your objectives and your goals. And it's great because you've got these vassal kingdoms that kind of extend your power and influence, and maybe they're right next to you, but then suddenly you can go ahead and you will lose that particular kingdom, you'll gain another kingdom, and now suddenly that area you thought was secure is potentially fodder for a kingdom that's going to attack you that formerly was your vassal. But at the same time, you may gain access to a kingdom in an advantageous spot of the board that you weren't expecting. So that is pretty interesting as well. All told, I like the spice and sugar that this new expansion brings to the game, that these new kingdoms bring to the game. And I really enjoyed the Hunter too. It was fun just to have another kind of unit that had something interesting that it could do that was unique to it, that came in handy a lot when you don't want to fully commit to battle, but you still want to try to take out some of your enemy. It's really a fun new unit. So all told, my friends and I really enjoyed the Vanished Kingdom expansion here to Bretwalda. Again, I don't know that I'll play with it every time, but I think I'll probably play with it more than I won't. On the Cody scale as an expansion, I'm going to go ahead and give Bretwalda Vanished Kingdoms an 8. I think it's a lot of fun. Thank you once again for joining us today on The Discriminating Gamer. As always, we ask you to please leave a comment for us on YouTube, on Board Game Geek, on our Facebook page, on X. We really love to hear back from you. We really love to hear what you have to say. Please, please, please subscribe to our channel, like this video. That really helps us out. And if you do like what you see here on this channel, I would humbly ask you to check out my other channel, that is Cody Carlson, PhD, where we talk about history, military history, fun things like that. It would mean the world to me if you'd subscribe to that channel as well. And if you do really like what you see here on The Discriminating Gamer, I would humbly ask you to click on the Super Thanks button and leave a tip. Did you hear about that guy who died after he fell into a vat of coffee? His wife said he didn't suffer. It was instant.
You need to send these guys U-Hauls and get them the hell out of there.